Thank you so much for watching Redbar. We've got something to show you that is going to startle you and is actually very, very funny and awesome. So we have to show you this now. I've been sitting on this for quite some time. Well, I'm just trying to get Logie out of there. I've been sitting on this for quite some time. And it's really delivered. It's really been great. Round of applause if you know where Club Random is. Ooh. I know where Club Random is. Club Random. Is that the name of the show or just the basement that he does the show out of?
It's both, I think.
It's both. Bill Maher is back with his new podcast, Club Random. You're going to love this thing. It's insane. You know, has anyone noticed Bill Maher really slipping up? You know, okay, forget, again, politics aside, this is a non-political fool's coverino. Bill Maher, ever since he got those glasses that he's been wearing on Real Time, you know, he needed a prescription. He came back to Real Time looking like a CNN anchor with those out-of-date rectangle frames like you'd see Anderson Cooper wear maybe 6-7 years ago. And ever since he got those glasses, it was like when Gavin McInnes shaved his beard that one time and nobody could listen to him ever again. It was like that. He put on the glasses. All of a sudden, he's a four-eyed fuck. His confidence was gone. He was weak. His jokes got worse. And he started getting more and more demented. And I think, did he pop up on Joe Rogan? Is that what got us on his radar?
Yeah, I think we covered him on Joe Rogan.
He was an animal on Rogan, right? Bill Maher makes some fool's mistakes, man, and he gets mad, he gets petty, but we didn't know he got dirty.
Oh my gosh, people in the chat are saying, it's random.
Yes, this is so, yeah. Yeah, hold on. I got this all. We got to show them this first. Let's introduce them to Club Random. And then we'll tell you why we can't get Marcus out of our fucking mind. Because Mark Random did put a hold on us with this name, and you'll see why soon. Pause Spotify for me really quickly.
Oh, these days.
Okay, do I got a Club Random opening? Here we go. Club
Everybody
Random.
wants you these days.
Oh.
That's gotta be like,
Hey there.
aren't you Mrs.
Okay, welcome to Club Random. This show's got it all. First of all, don't be fooled by anything you see through this TV. This is shot in like 280p.
Oh my god, I'm like getting butterflies. I'm so excited for this.
It's blurry. It's weird. We've got a lot of Club Random stuff to show you, but I think we're going to start here today.
Some people know that a guy in the chat was just saying his Tarantino ep was crazy.
Yes. I want to show you.
You can't even skip ahead because, like,
yes, I can. Because watch.
Wait, I've got a time code for that.
Yeah, I got it. And watch this. This is one of his ads. This will show you what Bill Maher has become. And then we're going to show you, he built this club in his basement. It looks like one of those 90s nightclubs where it was like medieval themed, or like castle themed. We had one of these in Chicago, Club Enigma or
They
something.
turned it into Tao.
Yeah, Tao. And he's got that. He's a real club guy. And you will not believe what we've caught him doing on the... I can't believe no one's posted this. I can't believe the world isn't talking about this. If this coverage gets into the wrong hands, Bill Maher could be an entirely different guy tomorrow.
I think this is my
could be
number
big.
one favorite video from when we were gone.
You got to see this. Watch this.
Video conferencing call with a bunch of people. It's impossible to understand anybody.
Yeah, you're seeing it right, and my TV is not too dark anymore. Here is Bill Maher, confused, looking into the camera like a deer in headlights. Look at that headroom. This is his Club Random, and he runs live live reads on his show. This is one of them. I just want the live read will really give you the tone of where Bill Maher's head is and what he thinks is going on versus what's actually going on. Watch this.
like start to, you know, love yourself. And that's
right after he cuts right into this.
That's
Don't worry.
Always a tough battle.
Here's the ad.
Club Random is supported by Signal Wire. Ever been on a typical video conferencing call with a bunch of people? It's impossible to understand anybody.
Watch this.
Especially if they're all talking at once. You don't believe me? Remember what it was like the last time a bunch of you tried to do an intervention for a family member on a video call? Nobody was in sync. Uncle Al's still a mess. That's because the latency sucks.
That's his commercial. This is his style. I mean, how stupid does that look?
That's because the latency sucks.
How stupid does this guy look? And he does like 12 of these. But we're here to show you his behavior with Bella Thorne. Yes, the ever-abused, woke Bella Thorne. And you would think Bill Maher would know this. Now, Bill Maher's in a weird situation right now. He's becoming unwoke, right? COVID pissed him off. Remember, he's a comic. COVID pissed off every comic. Because why? You couldn't sell tickets. So comics hated COVID first. Then they got all of you to hate COVID next. I still think I love lockdowns. Remember that song? I love lockdowns. Love lockdown. It goes on for hours. I'm kidding. I hate the lockdowns. I hate the mandates. A mandate should be something everybody hates, unless you're gay, right? Mandates are gay. It's a truthful statement. Unless you're a woman going on one of these mandates. All right, so Bill Maher, he's out of it. He's got Bella Thorne on. Now, Bill Maher has gone on this I've had enough of it direction, which I like. I mean, that's not why we're here. But Bella Thorne is not the right girl to try out your new I hate the woke routine on. She's been raped probably ever since she was 1. You know, every day she gets like solicited to by like a Harvey Weinstein situation where she's cornered and being exposed to. She fucking hates men. She does not want to be hit on by another old man ever again.
No.
So what am I getting at? Does Bill Maher break that barrier of trust? Does Bill Maher say things to this girl where if this tape got in the wrong hands, he could be like Me Too guy #1? Maybe. I think we're going to just start showing you clips, and this thing's going to come together on its own. Jules, what is my very first time code?
You can start right from the dang beginning.
From the beginning of the show?
Yep.
Just hit it.
Yep.
Okay. Club Random with Bill Maher.
Everybody wants you these days.
Oh.
That's kind of be like,
Watch this.
Hey there.
aren't you Mrs. Deadpool or something?
Oh my goodness. I have big
Now, is this like a callback, like a cold open from some other
No,
tapes?
I think this is how
the
he
actual
starts.
beginning?
Yes.
Okay, look at that. Making her. So, I got to tell you, the setting, again, in his basement. There are no camera operators. There are no producers. You know why? He's got everything on RoboCams. That's why it looks so bad. They shoot wide on like hospital cams, right? They RoboCam. He sends it all to the editor. They do the zoom in, making the quality so bad. So no one else is there. Maybe. But nevertheless, it's in the man's basement. So Bella Thorne comes over. She does not know Bill Maher. They are not old friends. They've never met. She walks into his basement. She, by the way, I will remind you, is a woke feminist who has had it with being taken advantage of by men. And he opens with this.
Everybody wants you these days.
Oh.
That's kind of...
Whoa. Everybody wants you these days. And again, this is actually how Bill Maher shoots it. You can't get any brighter than this for his show. It's shot in the dark. Everybody wants you. Does that include you, Bill? Because everybody, that would mean you too, right? Yikes, I'm alone in your weirdo fucking freak basement with all this crap from Amazon.com. Like, Bella's been to a real club in the last week. This doesn't impress her. Did you see? I have a... Now, I wouldn't waste my money on that Philips Hue crap. I went out and bought Livonia. It's just as compatible with a Bluetooth phone only. Okay, so she's probably like, what the fuck? Is this going to go awry? And it does.
Be like,
Hey there.
aren't you Mrs. Deadpool or something?
Oh my goodness. I have big stress.
Look how he's sitting. Like Andrew Schultz after a long day of lying. Legs spread, sitting back with his big old belt buckle right shoved in her face, hunched over. Grandpa Answers has your questions. Bella, would you like to be spoken with by Grandpa Answers? Why don't you come to my lair? Are the bricks real? Of course. No one could hear you through my limestone. Very creepy. Look at his booze of choice. Now, she's sober. She's sober, right?
I think he's about to offer her a drink.
Yeah. So the first thing he does is try to push booze on a...
Oh, no, I don't I think she does drink,
okay,
too.
well, she should be sober. She's one of these women who's like alcohol, being forced alcohol by old men. That happens every minute.
I'm sure it's by no choice of hers.
So even look how she's sitting. She's like a character in one of her put-upon girl movies where like it's about a girl who's just going to cut off a guy's dick at the end because she's taking it too much. Look at the booze he buys to impress the ladies. A tall bottle of booze. I mean, really, and it looks, you know, like it's got some sexual...
It does.
Options as well, and alternate, you know, uses as well. And look at all the fucking crap. He's got tissues here in case he needs to wipe the mar from her face after he's done with her. He's got this weird, only at sharper image ice bucket where it is a circular creepo ice bucket. He's going to open that up to refill her drink. She don't want a drink. It's 11 a.m. She doesn't know you. She's been raped 1,000 times, probably. He's got wine out in case she likes wine. He's got wine glasses. He's got Valentine's Day gifts. A can of... that is...
That looks like ginger ale,
I understand,
but the
yeah, but it's
sugar-free
not.
version.
He's got all sorts of accoutrements for... You can see, look, that's where he plugs in all of his Sanyo home lighting. And it looks like she brought some food with her because she's on like a health kick, right? She probably don't even want to drink.
Meal prep.
Meal prep. And very weird setting. The lamp's crooked, the bulb sticking out of the top like a Muransky. Cut to my wide shot. I got 2 lamps there. The bulbs are hidden. Okay? This is like showing your fucking butt. All right? Lamp, light bulb shooting right out of the top like a fucking moron. My light bulbs are hidden by the shade. Now half the shade's doing nothing. So this is... And you're dressed like fucking Mark Random. Can we get that? It's random.
I think he was trying to dress kind of like rock because he thinks that's what young people
exactly.
dress like.
So Bill Maher went out and bought a rock outfit, and this is what he thinks young people dress like: an open shirt. Wayne's World, right, bro? Is that the cool show? He's got a graphic tee on that says rocker. It's tucked in. This is like what he would wear if somebody invited him to come see their band and he's dating a 22-year-old who's in the band. Come see my band. Sure. And she shows up and she's like, what are you wearing, old man? Come on. She pulls him by the tie into the dance floor. And he thought he was wearing like a cool outfit, you know? All right, so we got that going. Let's continue. This gets so sick.
Express my love for Deadpool, and
So what is that?
the fans love it. They just, you know, they love it, and
Sometimes-
they really ran with it.
Sometimes
This is
people,
awesome.
people do the casting. You have a drink?
He's already... Look at this creepo. 2 seconds in, he asks her a question, and then when she starts talking, yeah, let me figure out how to poison you to get you to do what I want. Are we okay?
Yep.
Great. You look like you're going to cry, for God's sakes. What do you care?
I'm about to laugh.
Oh, okay. So immediately going for the drink, which to me is already a me too. To me, If you're 1 year older than a girl and you fix her a drink, it's a me too.
Yes.
Even if she asked, even if you're a bartender, even if you're a waiter and it's a restaurant drink to a mom.
Mike never offers me a drink. I have to sneak it.
Non-alcoholic drinks count. You shouldn't be fixing a drink for anyone but your wife and in the privacy of your own room with a locked door. Here's what happens.
So what is that?
The fans love it. They just, they love it, and they really ran with it. And I was like, this is awesome.
People do the...
And she looks. She eyes the glass going, oh, I'm not... And he's gluck, 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 gluck. Hope you like 151, he says. The strongest alcohol. So she's staring, and every girl knows when you hear that ice clank, you stare at that cup.
It's
you
time.
see what he's fixing. You see what he's, what recipe he's got in there. So she knows her eyes dart to the cup.
Casting. You have a drink? Do you want a drink?
I have like my.
Ooh, that means no. No means, I kind of have my own drink. Thank you very much. We'll actually keep it over here. Oh, are you sure? Oh, no. Whoops, somebody spilled out your drink. Your only choice is to have one of mine. That's what's happened. Watch this.
Waters here. This is nice.
You know, people sometimes like cast, they cast Tina Fey as Sarah Palin. You know, they just sort of like insisted.
Oh my God,
like,
he pulls out the biggest beverage we've got. And he was wearing the biggest mask I've ever seen. Wasn't that funny? That was like the first anti-mask stuff that people really related to. Did you see Joe Biden? Here comes that. Wearing the biggest mask I've ever seen.
You say that like 3 times a day.
Every day. That's the only Trump I do. I walk around, I go, wearing the biggest mask. And I don't do a full trip. This is, I'm just trying to give you the vibe. Biggest mask I've ever seen. And every time now, that's when I went anti-mask. Right after that, I went, no big masks here, only big mouths. So he pulls out the biggest mask I've ever seen. This giant bottle. If you have to hold the bottle like a salt shaker at a fancy restaurant, it's too big.
Say when.
Say when, Bill. Now, says Bella. So watch this charade.
like, oh, that's who else is going to play Sarah Palin? Tina Fey.
Yeah.
She kind of looked like her, and
Ooh, look at her looking right at that drink. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Well, another raping in the works for me, huh? She thinks. Another one of these nights where I'm constantly hit on and I might never leave. Well, at least it's made out of brick. That'll at least I'll be able to bash my head against it this time and maybe just pass out from the pain.
it's just made for
He
fun.
can't fill those drinks
also-
fast enough.
I brought you another gifty because
Ooh, Bill don't care. He's filling fucking drinks, bitch. A gift? He's got your gift right here. What's he pouring in this time? How long does it take to make a drink, Bill? I saw him reach into a bag that had crossbones on it and pull out a vial of something. Look at this. Oh, I got you a present. Who cares? Drink, 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 quick. Must get drink into girl. Bill, you're not on a date. You're on your first episode of your podcast. He forgets it's being taped because of the robocams, you see. He's let the cameras fade into the distance, just like the reality shows he made fun of so many times over the years.
I was told you smoke, so.
Look, he doesn't even look. I was told you smoke, so she's bringing him a bong. Meanwhile, gluck, 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 gluck. Shut up, shut up, shut up. The weed won't get you naked. The weed is for later, for when I'm cummed out. You stupid bitch. I'll do the weed when I'm done and ready. For now, we're having drinks.
Look at him.
Shut up, bitch. I don't need your bong. Guzzle down my liquid.
Use some things to smoke,
that
by
got
the way.
out.
we can put it
That
down here.
rumor
though.
about me smoking.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that
So you're
rumor
in the
made its way
business?
all.
Okay, so she tried. She's like, if I offer him an offering, surely he'll spare me. Does this work? Should we keep playing it here when he
Yeah.
opens the gift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Around the block. Yeah, I am. I own a camera.
Oh, by the way, he's posted, you've probably seen thumbnails of this all over YouTube, thinking maybe people are covering it. No, he's posted every 2 minutes of this episode as a separate clip on YouTube. He knows nothing about clips, and he's not doing it on a separate channel. He's doing it on his own. Every day since this video came out 6 months ago, he's posted a clip from the episode. He doesn't understand that's not what we're doing. Okay, watch this.
Cannabis brand.
And it's called what?
Forbidden Flowers.
Forbidden Flowers. Why forbidden? Because I feel like...
Because...
Oh, he's awful at accepting gifts.
Yes.
Everything you want him to be polite about, he blows. Okay, so like, everything you... will be like you're cringing, going, don't do it, don't do it. Don't like put down the gift, right? He'll put that, like any prediction you make about what could go wrong, Wesley's Law. You know, whatever happens will go wrong, all right? Oh, she's from Canada. She don't know hood law. Wesley! Watch what happens.
I'm not forbidding myself of any of it.
Ooh, he needs to be drunk too to throw down what he's about to do. He can't even wait. She hasn't had her first sip yet, by the way. He's chugging booze mid-opening gift. Hold on, I'll get the voice back.
Do you need a water refill?
I just got to sing this one song, and then I'll have my breath back.
Great.
Bailamo, let the rhythm. I know it's annoying. I just got to finish it. Bailamo, let the rhythm take me over. Bailamo, I feel better. Thanks.
Oh,
all right, so here's Bill Maher. Watch what he does.
I, really hate the stigma around weed. I fell into weed because of like serious.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Stomach issues.
Wait a second. She hates the stigma around weed. He loves weed, right? Or so he says on the show. He's a toker. He's a toker, he say. So what is this? Jules, refresh my memory of what this was, because I don't remember this gift-giving stuff.
This is just kind of a scene setter where it shows like how he treats her a little bit.
Okay, so we'll just keep playing it a little bit.
Setter,
okay, you're going to love this.
And anxiety and like crippling anxiety. And weed has really changed my life.
Okay, so now we're getting to know her a little bit more. She's got crippling anxiety. Yikes. I don't know if you want to mess with a crippled anxiety person in your basement as a 60-year-old man while she's young. I mean, this is a Me Too, in the making. He's really setting himself up to fail here.
What is it with you kids and anxiety? What is causing all the anxiety?
Ooh, not what she wants to hear. What is it with you kids and anxiety? Meanwhile, she's been going to therapy all her life. She's never even heard an alternative take to therapy. You're sitting here destroying all her work from therapy? Watch this.
I think everything, the world, the way that the world is now, it's, constant, just bad. Everywhere you look, it's so bad.
You know what? I find this to be
enjoyment in your natural day.
I find this to be a disingenuous argument because your generation doesn't know what's going on in the world.
Oh, that's what she wants to hear. Your generation don't know what's going on in the world today. Not like me. And meanwhile, she's on Instagram every day fighting for her generation's rights. So she's probably like, oh, please do tell. This is a bad match. So, and how stupid is Bill for not just picking up on this is not the girl to do this routine to.
He's got hard eyes.
Right? So he totally misses, he's like Ethan Klein right now. So let's see what he does.
So how can you be that fucking concerned about what's going on in the world? I know what's going on in the world. I should have the anxiety. I follow it. You kids don't follow it. You don't know what the fuck's going on in the world. What are you upset about? What is the world problem?
Definitely things that we know what's going on. Maybe we don't know necessarily always the full story, 100% of the full story. But I think we definitely, we're seeing it, we're hearing it, and we're vocal about it. And all these young kids growing up with this form of social media and media in general, it's like, wow, how long is it going to be?
Probably now.
Okay, so you can see she ain't stable. She's not even stable. This is not a girl in the mood to party in the basement with a stranger, right? All right, what's our next code?
Next code, you can go to 440.
Wow, 440. And what can we expect to see here?
I think it'll be self-explanatory.
All right, here he is.
Most of this.
Let's see. So what's he doing here? He's lighting up a joint now?
Yes, they're smoking some of her joints together.
Okay, great. So 4 minutes in, they're drunk, they're high, they're doing it all.
Every time I've seen you, I always thought, well, that's a cool chick, you know. I wonder if she would come here and do a thing like that.
Oh,
and then when you said yes, I thought, oh, well, my instinct was right. Because I always thought you were cool because you would never...
Ooh, some light flirting. I always thought you were a cool chick. I'm pretty cool too, right, for my age? What do you think?
Look at him.
Want to be a couple of Eskimos? I mean, look at this. She's like, oh, it's starting. It's starting. Great. Been here before. Just nod your head yes and keep that fake smile afloat. You know, you're really cool. Has anyone ever told you that? You're actually better than this, huh? Will he grab her arm?
Like sort of back down when they came at you. I mean, I know you're dealing with the anxiety and all that. And, you know, this is probably where the anxiety is coming from. Hate.
Yeah.
There's so much hate.
In the world. Yeah.
Especially, also the pettiness on social media.
There's so much hate, and then she's going, yeah, there is so much like racism and homophobia. No! The hate from the other way, where I'm not allowed to tell a joke anymore. Really, that's what's going on. Not that he's wrong. But can you believe that's what he's doing with this girl? There's so much hate in the world, right? She's like, yes. Starving people, the Chinese, they were really attacked this year for the COVID. You know. No, not bad hate. The hate where we get canceled, but nothing is taken from us. Here.
Much hate.
In the world. Yeah.
Especially, also the pettiness on social media. Your generation
is
always like
crazy.
fucking harpies on each other. It's like, I don't know how you deal with it. I would have anxiety too.
Yeah.
If I don't know what it would have been like if I grew up with like that kind of shit. And it's interesting when I confront people your age with this, they never like deny it and like defend them. They're never like, no, we're not like that. They're always like, yeah. I know, it sucks. And it's
so I don't know if this is negging or what, but Bill, man, I'm telling you, I've seen this girl's Instagram. You are blowing it, dog.
You could skip ahead to 6:30.
Okay, 6:30. Do I need to know anything for this guy?
Yeah, you can just skip. Great. And it'll all make sense.
There we go.
We're just too hippie.
It's okay. I don't smoke it unless I roll it, but I can roll one. I have this thing.
I understand.
I have this thing.
Baby, you do not have to explain that for 2 seconds more. I totally get that. I'm not that is not one of my anxieties, but baby. I totally respect that.
Oh, he called her baby now.
He goes, baby.
Baby. So he's disrespecting her. She knows it was that for that.
Yeah.
Great. What do we got next?
Go to 7:25.
Because this ramps. 7:25?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a lot of these. These are pretty much right next to each other. Okay, let's hear this one.
You can make it look, I swear to God, like a cigarette.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, you'll see. It's like really about getting that.
Okay, he's making her roll a joint. Of course, she rolls her own joints, right? I can't picture Bella Thorne without picturing her talking while rolling a joint. I mean, it just is built into her. Okay, so keep playing it here. Do I need to know anything? Okay, great.
What's it called? That shape, you know, tightest at the end and fatter up towards here.
Talk
and
slower.
Sorry.
Ooh, the first flirt. Talk slower. Ooh, talk slower. Bill, must you? 7 minutes into his podcast, he's never met her. She's already in a cranky mood.
The end and fatter up towards here.
Talk slower.
Sorry.
Talk slower.
Ooh, and he actually talk slower, and he's jacking off too at this point. Talk slower. Where's that hand going? He is. I could make it so he's holding his cock under his jeans with that hand. Look at that. Not since a Nelk Boys prank have I seen a hand that limp. So, yeah, talk slower.
That's important.
Very
because
erotic description of a.
It's not. She's like, so you basically want it just like skinny on the ends and fatter in the middle. And he's like, that's a very erotic description. Nope. Of what? Of what part is thinner on the outsides and fat in the middle? I mean, probably a lot of parts. You know, but it's not sexual.
Some people just roll, like, they don't know how to close the back end, and I don't even roll with a filter. I don't smoke a filter with a filter. Just want to be straight.
Isn't it funny? People do lionize you, like, sexually.
People lionize you sexually?
He didn't even bring that up. He got horny from her talking about the joint's tightness and then got
7 minutes
in. His
in.
own mind.
He's slamming his own drinks. He's smoking his own joints. He's making his own rules. You're lionizing men with your sexual. So you're like obsessed with her. Like, why would he invite? She doesn't even have a project to plug, by the way. It's not like she's got some movie coming up. This is his 3rd episode. He could have had anyone on. His longtime Hollywood friends. Nope. Bella Thorne. Let me guess. It's like one of these Dave Portnoy, Madison Beer situations where he accidentally got obsessed with some teen years ago, and now he thinks she's way more famous and mainstream sexualized just because he follows her. Ethan Klein's dad, Gary, got involved in this as well. What happens is these old boomers start following like a nobody. Like they'll see like Bella Thorne in a picture. Who is that? They'll follow. All of a sudden, they're seeing her every day. They mistake that for Bella Thorne is in the news, and everybody's seeing this every day. They forget. So all his sick fantasies are now being spoken as, oh, you know how everybody, like, you know, wants to, you know, jack off when they see you and stuff?
People are already saying this is way worse than I expected.
Yes.
It's barely started.
We've barely gotten started. That's why we got to move fast through these.
I know.
Club Ionize, they're calling it. Lionize,
but
of course.
Literally every minute of this is good. But,
Club Lionize. The Lionize Club. I want to hear that term again.
People do lionize you, like, sexually more than, like, there's always, like, a couple of chicks in any generation, and they're like, wow, like, they're the go-to. Like, when people want to, like, an example of somebody who, like, oozes sexuality, they say, like, you, like they would have.
Oh. Are you hitting on her?
Let him say the next word.
You ooze sexuality? And she's like, oh my fucking God, I'm gonna die.
An example of somebody who, like, oozes sexuality, they say, like you, like they would have Pamela Anderson in a certain era.
Who was just re-exploited via the show that Seth Rogen, by the way. But listen, I ain't against these things, by the way. Don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is that if you're him, you can't be doing this if you want to be you. Okay? The other one I just brought up, Pam and Tom. If you're going to be Seth Rogen, you can't be showing Pam's sex tape to the world for a second time and reintroducing it to everybody who never even knew about it. And be a good little woke boy.
And you're not going to be friends with James Franco anymore?
Exactly. Seth Rogen won't be friends with James Franco because James Franco gave an accidental hug too close to some girl. Yet he'll re-exploit. Pamela Anderson is sitting there crying, going, I really wish this show didn't come out because now everyone is seeing my sex tape again. This is hell. I'm going back into a deep depression. I want to kill myself. And he's like, this is a really good show. By the way, I'm woke. You're not woke then. So Ethan Klein, Bill Maher, all these people, you want to pretend you're the good guy. You're not the good guy. If you do this, leave this up to guys like me. You know what I mean? You can't be both. That's all this is. We're not saying one is actually bad, per se. Bella Thorne is a slut. We must slut. I'm kidding. But she is. All right, let's see what happens here.
I mean, that's a lot to live up to.
Live up to?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, I think I guess technically it's like I'm already living it. But I think I've always been as well like
what does she have to live
kind
up
of a
to?
sexual person. So I just feel like even when I'm not.
Oh, take that drink. Look at that. He's trying to get himself drunk so he could commit the crime. The crime of, you know, taking it over the a little too far, by the way. Oh, who is this going? He might be one of these boomers who gets, like, violently mad that I'm making this video.
There's a chance.
Because he could be like a Joey Diaz where he snap. I know, but when they see it like this, it's different.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz has been seen comments they could live with. Being on national TV under my microscope, that's where they snap. And Bill Maher could go full Coco Diaz. We've seen Nick DiPaolo, who's the same kind of guy as this. Cumia, same age. That age range cannot handle being reviewed. Okay? Do I keep going here?
For a couple more seconds.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Not like trying to be sexual. People are still like, I don't know, she's so sexy. Like there's something like that's really.
No, and I know the chat is saying, oh my God, that would be amazing. I know that sounds like a long shot, but I'm telling you, if he's on the computer at the wrong time and sees the wrong clip, he will go mad and he won't understand and he'll think it's like illegal.
Okay.
You know. What?
Sorry, I was going to say the next time.
No, go ahead. Yeah, no, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
You could probably skip ahead to 2033. I'm trying to just do the best ones, but the whole episode rules.
And if you're tuning in for the first time via like a clip that we post like this, not the Clippers version, our version. If you are tuning in and you're going, oh, but this guy, he looks so sick. Yeah, I have, suffering from cancer today. Undiagnosed. Okay, what is the time code right here?
2033.
20.
Yeah, you can just press play.
I'll start here. Okay.
Video today. I wonder what would happen if you kids had to go through something really traumatic, like what they're going through in Ukraine now.
Oh, real nice. Look at him. I mean, he's staring off into space, just belittling her for no reason. I mean, she's done nothing. And again, we're 20 minutes in.
I'm pretty sure for the past 5 minutes, she's just been talking about how much anxiety she has.
And he just totally blows that off with this.
.com/video today. I wonder what would happen if you kids had to go through something really traumatic.
Like what? Like maybe being locked in this base? What would happen if you actually had to suffer? Well, I don't know. You don't really know my life story? I kind of have gone, oh, nonsense. You know? And it's so, you know, you got to come up with a new word for boomer because this is what it's about. I mean, you can't keep saying boomer. It's not Redbar. You know, what do you call a guy like this? But it's perfect, and you couldn't believe that he's actually doing like the most predictable, like if it was a movie about a boomster. This is how they would easily, the first draft would be like this.
Why does he have like those shaded glasses?
I wouldn't just, you know, don't worry about it, man. Some people, you know, they got glasses.
Not saying it's embarrassing to wear shades. I'm saying those look like transitions.
Those
lenses.
are transitions lenses.
Transition.
Yes, of course they're transitions lenses. Now you got to go.
Shades,
no,
cool.
but you go, how's he transitioning indoors? We need ultraviolet light. He's got his tanning bed wide open across right from him for her to go in. And oh, wait, that's not the bed. He's got a tanning bed. Half this set is lit up from the light of a tanning bed. He thinks those are neons. Okay, that's why it's turning his glasses. Okay, let's see what he does.
I wonder what would happen if you kids had to go through something really traumatic, like what they're going through in Ukraine now. Do you think it would change your whole mindset about this and you'd be like, oh my God, we're obsessing about this bullshit about breakups and this one and that one and what they're wearing and who looks cuter and who's 2 pounds too fat and all this bullshit. And it would help you in some way if there was actually something real to worry about? Because...
Jeez, and he doesn't know what she's been. In her mind, you know, and again, I ain't sticking up for it, but in her mind, everything she's been through is very real and very traumatic. And he's belittling her as a stranger.
I think a lot of the people who are the most anxious have the most privileged lives. I mean, look at you.
She's going to love that.
Everybody wants.
Look, oh my God, wait to hear this. First of all, this is still over the line to say this. Oh, you have crippling anxiety? Yeah, a lot of people who are anxious probably just have privileged lives. Like, look at you. And watch this.
Most privileged lives. I mean, look at your life. Everybody wants it.
Dude, we're backing that up. Look at that. We're going to zoom in for that one. Watch this again.
She didn't jump.
Yes, look at this.
I mean, look at your life. Everybody wants it.
Ooh, the first lean in, and look at her. I mean, really, is that not a scene from a movie where you're trying to coerce a girl in a seedy motel, and it's like the hooker who's got to make rent?
The Florida Project.
The Florida Project. So she's up in the hotel. She's got to do what it takes, right? And he don't care. This is like, yeah, what they show in those movies to show you what these girls go through.
Zola.
Here, let's see what happens next.
Everybody wants to be you.
Oh, okay, come on. What the fuck? Women want to be you, and men want you, and women want to be... I mean, come on, I don't even think that's remotely true. That's nowhere in the vicinity of truth. Everyone wants to be you. So he's going to say anything. He'll say anything at this point.
He's acting like she's like Zendaya.
Yeah, I mean, this is insane.
Most anxious have the most privileged lives. I mean, look at your life. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be you.
I don't know. I think
Doesn't
that's a
that, like-
very narrow kind of mindset, you know, in the way of trauma. Everyone really has, you know, their trauma.
Okay, will he understand her point or just completely be a complete prick and shit all over it? Watch this.
What's happening in Ukraine is unspeakable. That is something else. But as far as trauma for every human being, you know, I lost my dad when I was 8. I was molested growing up.
Molested?
Yeah, I
Okay, Bill, do you see what's in your basement now? I lost my dad when I was 8. He's looking at his drink. This is surely selling party time. I lost my dad. I've been molested. How will he handle this? Will he drop the cool guy act and the drinking and go, oh, okay, I didn't know we were dealing with this. Let's talk about this now. Let's see.
I was molested growing up.
Molested?
Yeah, I went through shit. Everybody goes through shit. You know, when you kind of look at a book and you judge it by its cover and you say, oh,
I'm not judging at all.
You're like, well, everyone, even on any platform at any time in anyone's life, you know, we do that as a society. We look at someone and say, you know, oh, they have it all. They must be so fucking happy. You've got nothing to complain about in your life. And you're like, yeah, well, you know, they're still with their therapist every day, you know, and they might have like PTSD nightmares and traumas and other things that haunt their dreams.
Okay, so she's like, dude.
She's about to cry.
She's about to cry. Read the room, bro. Move on to the next chick. But will Bill do that? Absolutely not. Watch this.
You know, and they might have like PTSD nightmares and traumas and other things that haunt their dreams. Like, you know,
yes, molestation is a serious trauma.
And death. Death in the family is so hard to grow up without a father. Holy shit, I could not even tell you.
When a child is that young, that is, yeah.
So hard.
Okay, so those are legitimate, real traumas.
Okay.
On a par with the kind of things that people can go through in a war. Not quite as bad, but yes.
No, they're not even comparable. Like, that's what, like, again, that's unspeakable.
But they're more than just the regular bullshit. Yes, I'll give you that.
Watch this.
But being with a therapist every day can also, yeah, I'll give you that. But can also be a indulgence.
That's where he was going with that? I thought he was going to go, okay, I could see why you need therapy because you've been molested and your dad died. Yes, okay, I could see why you would be a great candidate for therapy, and therapy might not be bad for everybody. But no, he says this.
Yes, I'll give you that. But being with a therapist every day can also, yeah, I'll give you that. But can also be a indulgence. You know, what about people who have trauma and can't afford a therapist? What do they do?
Oh, exactly. That is like so many fucking people. And even people that can afford it, there's so much stigma around getting help and talking about things and being out. That's like one of the best things right now about social media. That's like one of the most healthy parts that really make me think like there's good things in the world about social media is the openness that we have now about seeing a therapist, about even talking about it. Suicide hotlines, like things now where you're like, wow, we really are.
But don't you think some people overdo it with a therapist?
Wow, Bill, you're the best, man. How thoughtful of you. In this girl's trying time, I mean, this is a nightmare for her, right? She's like hoping the New York Times sees this and tells everybody, because she can't, right? She'll be the bad guy and maybe it'll risk her, you know, everybody making fun of her.
You can go to 2820.
2820?
Yep.
Great. And what's going to happen here?
Yeah, you'll see.
Great. Can't wait. This gets way worse. We haven't even gotten to the bad stuff yet. Still. So, yeah, let's push through this.
On this road of negativity and self-doubt and insecurity and just, you know, trauma. Like, fuck that.
I must say, just talking to you now for just this small amount of time, I really see why you are so big as you are and why you have this giant fan base and why it's a big thing around you. Because you're a hot chick.
He just completely ignored. She's basically telling him, dude, listen to all this fucked up shit about me. Let's not do a party cast, please. And he's like, you're a hot chick. He's like trying to talk her out. Let's get over all this negativity and get back to the party stuff, okay? Can you believe it? That's what I meant. I couldn't believe that every time I go, okay, surely this time he's going to go, okay, I understand now. But no, you're a hot chick.
And why it's a big thing around you. Because you're a hot chick who also like is
hot chick.
Who's like completely
like the hot chick.
Oh.
She's scared.
She can't believe it. She can't fucking believe her ears. Let's continue.
Open and vulnerable, you know, about the fact that it hasn't made you that happy.
Lean.
Okay, yeah. He is leaning and leaning and leaning, and this lean's going to get closer and closer. She's going to, like, back up more and more.
Go back, like, 5 seconds?
Yeah, let's watch that lean in. So, like, before he's leaning?
Oh, no, you went back too far.
Oh, okay. 1, 2.
That's fine.
3. Oh.
I think.
There's the lean. Watch this lean.
Big thing around you. Because you're a hot chick who also like is
hot chick.
Who's like completely
like the hot chick.
open and vulnerable.
Ooh. He's getting close. Look at that hand. Look where that hand lie. I've been taking measurements via the spherical ice bucket. And it's almost past the spherical ice bucket, which is their divider, okay, that was set up by
it's like a sundial.
Non-rape referee. And she's getting a little scared here.
You know, about the fact that it hasn't made you that happy. And that's a very...
Look at her. She's finicking. She's going... stabbing herself. She's going, when I get home, I'm going to cut this leg. I'm going to cut that leg. Release that pain. Cut that leg. Release the pain. Tiny little stabs, they're not that bad. Tiny little stabs, they're not that bad. Right, Pete? Right, Pete? Repeat. Stab your leg as a guy. Drain those feelings. Why? At least the pain makes you feel something, Pete and Bella and all the other weirdos. Gross, huh? But she's finicking.
I could see how that's a very attractive thing to people and how lots of people, especially your age, look at that and
I think if any age, when you see someone being honest, you're like, damn, that's hard.
Right.
It's hard to be honest in life. It's hard to be honest with yourself and to be...
Look, he even bought... Look what he bought her. Look what he bought her. Pink Smirnoff. Dude.
I haven't noticed that before.
She didn't bring that. He goes, she's young. Maybe I'll get her pink Smirnoff so we could get this thing going. Dude, that is like the rapist... Look at this. He's that out of it and old. He bought pink Smirnoff because she's a girl. He got Look, and did he put like flowers in the cup or something like that for her?
Oh my God.
She hasn't opened this, by the way. Hopefully she hasn't seen it.
Outspoken with your honesty in front of people is so hard.
Yeah, that's catch a predator shit. They're saying, like, when the guy shows up to the guy's house, ding dong, I bought you pink Smirnoff, like a Polly Pocket, whatever to keep you occupied while I'm doing the old in-out, in-out. That's like crazy. And again, it's, how do you not have the judgment, Bill? How do you know you don't wrap a bow around the pink vodka for the teenager who's been raped and molested and bring her to your basement and start hitting on her and clawing your way towards her? How do you not know that it's not something that looks good at the very least?
That by millions, it's like, you're like, you know, we just know it's hard to be honest. I love honesty. I'd rather someone give it to me fucking straight all day long than
that's what you're here for at Club Random.
Yeah, yeah,
Get it
definitely.
straight here. We no lube. We put it right in.
After she talks about being molested, listen to what he says. After she talks about being molested and scared of men.
Yeah,
Get it
definitely.
straight here. We no lube. We put it right in.
With no lube, we put it right in, which is like a rape phrase. I mean, you couldn't be more crazy to say this. So at Club Random, we're like, no lube, we put it right in. That's horrifying to her.
Give it to me fucking straight all day long, then
that's what you're here for at Club Random.
Yeah,
Get it
definitely.
straight here. We no lube. We put it right in.
That's technically a rape joke, which I've rallied about on IG.
You can go to 29.25 and it's starting to get real good.
Okay, wow,
Real
29.25. Okay,
We're peaking.
Okay, here we go. 29.25. We're almost there.
To be honest, I love honesty. I'd rather someone give it to me fucking straight all day long than
this is 29.
That's what you're here for at Club Random.
Yeah.
So it might be right after this.
Oh, 30.45. I'm so sorry.
30.45. Okay, 30.45.
Apologies.
That's okay. Here at, we basically, this is what Club Random wanted to look like. Through the wide shot, this is what he was thinking when he was building Club Random. You know. Except, you know, ours isn't as random, I guess. It's thought out. So, okay, let's go back to this and let's see what he does.
In my life, but, you know, I get asked like all the time, like these kind of very negative questions, wanting, you know, to talk about the dark things, about anything, you know, and you're like,
I mean, social
let's
media
spin us around a little bit, guys.
Has been rocket fuel for your career.
He's touching the chair. He's touching the chair.
She's talking about, yeah, we're gonna examine that, but there's two things going on here. She's talking about how much social media has made her feel miserable. So he goes, social media has made your career. And then he starts leaning in. Look how close he's getting. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm going, you know, I'm making jokes. He's going to start grabbing her arm, right?
Yeah, social media has been rocket fuel for everyone's career. Like, damn.
Well,
like,
not mine.
You know?
But, I mean, I did it the old-fashioned way.
Fuck yeah.
But,
Fuck yeah.
And then he kissed me. Da 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 da. Two different songs.
It's supposed to be a fist bump, Bill.
She went to fist bump him, and he grabbed her hand with the force of 10 kisses. Watch this happen as he slides right on in.
did it the old-fashioned way.
Fuck yeah.
But,
Fuck yeah.
Ooh. Old men do that with the fist bump every time. They still don't know. How many black men have you gone like this to? And they keep going 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato. By the time you're up the ceiling, everybody falls. That's insane. But he's touching her, folks. He's touching her! We're at the part where he starts touching. Because she didn't object. And he felt that human skin. Will he be able to resist, or must he go back for more?
This is a lesson to girls. You have about 30 minutes with Bill before the touching starts.
Yes, 30 minutes, and that's 70 drinks.
fashion way.
Fuck yeah.
But
Fuck yeah.
Oh, no. He uses the first, it's a fist bump. Then it's a clench. And then he uses that opportunity to explore. Ooh, who taught you this move? Jeff Leach? Wow. We're going to witness this in real time. It's starting, folks. The touching.
Fuck yeah.
But
Fuck yeah.
that is quite a. Oh, right, you're engaged now?
Oh, my. Only in a film. Only on a show. Only in a movie where you see anything like this. Can you believe it? Let's see it happen again. It gets worse.
That is quite a. Oh, right, you're engaged now?
Oh, yes.
Which
yes,
one is the.
This one.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, I love.
It's almost like brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, Chris Rock better not.
All right. Are you blind, Bill? Are you filing out the braille so you could go take a leak? I don't think so. You don't need to touch it that much. He's touching every finger. He's feeling this. He's seeing it for steaks, medium rare. He's doing it all. Do you mind if I keep going further up the arm? Ooh, wow. You've got some really big shoulders. Are you weird looking? Oh, you are? Cool. What are you doing, Bill? This is touching. Does Joe Rogan know you do this much touching? This is what Joe Rogan would love to do to Suzanne Santos. Oh, I don't know, Joe. I just need a few bucks so I could get back on my feet. Yeah, why don't you come and do the podcast? Jamie can sit this one out.
Which one is the.
This one.
Oh.
Look at the touching.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I love.
It's almost like brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Jesus, Chris Rock better not piss you off.
Yeah, I wish. Unhand her is the first time that phrase has ever really meant anything on Redbar. Unhand her. Exactly right. But I also hate her.
These rings. Oh, yeah.
Put a dent in somebody's head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an engagement ring?
Yeah.
Ooh. Got any rings downtown? Any engagements going down by your puss or butt or boobs? Or lips? Or my hand job that's coming up, hopefully?
That is the coolest thing.
Thank you.
This one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One last little one.
Eek! What happens there when you guys touch tips? Look at this motherfucker touching tips. Watch this. Here's a tip for you, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an engagement ring?
Yeah.
That is the coolest thing.
Thank
this
you.
one.
Whoa. That's fucked up.
Oh, let me see that ring. That's not seeing a ring. You ever see in another person's ring by going... All right, let's see. I want to see what he does next. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new meme template for that one where they touch.
Yeah. It should be a black man and a white man, or a black man and a Chinese man touching
No, not
tips.
the arm wrestle.
No, I know, but I
fingers.
want two black fingers touching each other.
Okay.
Yeah, this
It's
one.
still,
Yeah.
None of them are.
You have to help design
none of them
it.
are small.
I put the pearls, I love the vintage.
Did your boy do that so it would match the other ones, like in sort
Oh,
of
he just
size and
stroked.
stature?
Did your boy do that for you?
He just did a 5-finger stroke. Did you see that?
No.
Quick, just go back 5 seconds. And
He
that's
did one
it.
of these?
Just watch the top of her hand, what he's doing.
Okay, top of her hand, a 5-finger stroke coming up.
This
It's
one.
still,
Yeah.
None of them are.
You have to help design
none of them
it.
are small.
I put the pearls, I love the vintage.
Did your boy do that so it would
Here.
match the other ones, like in sort
Oh,
of?
you zoomed out right at the
okay.
fucking...
I know, I thought... Okay, so the zoom's going to be out. Okay, let's see. I want to zoom in here so we could get the stroke. Real nice, okay, Bill?
Okay, that's good.
Size and stature? Because what is this? The Eiffel Tower?
What? I like
boy.
to think it's an arena.
Wait, did we miss the 5-finger stroke again? This 5-finger stroke's hard to catch.
I know.
Okay, let's see.
boy do that so it would
Yeah, here,
match
it's
the
about to
other
happen.
ones, like in
Yeah,
sort
I
of
won't zoom.
He
size and
just did it.
stature?
He just went,
Oh, he just did the 5-finger stroke. I don't
don't
know
go
if I
back-
know what a 5-finger stroke is then.
She puts her hand like this, and then before taking his hand away for the final time, he's touching, and then he goes like this.
Oh, 5-finger stroke. I see. Okay, let's see if I can catch it.
None of them
You
are.
have to help design
None of them
it.
are small.
I put the pearls, I love the vintage.
Did your boy do that so it would match the other ones, like in sort
See?
of?
Ah, yes, a little 5-finger stroke, of course. Wow, you can't do a 5-finger stroke. I like to do a 10-finger stroke with 2 people, making it 20 impossible fingers to break from. You know.
And you can keep continuing. This section continues to get better.
Okay, let's see.
Size and stature? Because what is this, the Eiffel Tower?
Grab him.
I like
Boy,
to think it's an
You
arena.
could put drugs in there.
Ooh, why? What kind of drugs? GHB? Passimouters? Poppers?
No, it doesn't open up. It's fucked up.
Not that that's the first
you
thing that
imagine?
ever crosses my mind about a ring that.
Now remember, he's clipped this 1,000 times and posted it on his own channel. He finds nothing wrong with this, even though he's posted clip after clip of each one of these moments. And they're all titled and saying things like, Bella Thorne, big fucking pussy, woke, stupid idiot kid. He'll put that out himself, and he doesn't think that's mean.
But you could really put drugs in
I'm
there.
making a jewelry line
I mean,
right
a
now, and
good
we're
amount of
making a bunch
drugs,
of
too.
like.
He's still touching her, by the way. I mean, this hasn't ended. He's still. How long do you gotta? It's not opening the Hellraiser box. It's not. There's no portal at the end. Imagine if a man was touching you for that. I mean, really, that's like an extreme Me Too. I want to show you how long this has been going on, and this is a break in the. This is that 5-finger thing. Watch this. We're gonna count.
Size and stature? Because what is this, the Eiffel
One,
Tower?
What?
2,
I like to
Three.
think it's an arena.
Could put
4.
drugs in there.
I know
Five.
it doesn't open up. It's fucked up.
5 seconds.
It
Seems
continues,
short.
though.
5 seconds seems short, but trust me, when you're a girl,
It keeps
That's
going.
all
though.
that it
he
takes.
goes back for more.
he goes back for more.
Not that that's the first
you
thing that
imagine?
ever crosses my mind about
Six.
a ring that- but you
7.
You could really
8.
put drugs in
I'm
there.
making
9.
a jewelry line
I mean,
right
a
now.
10.
We're
amount of
making a
drugs.
bunch of
11.
like, grinder rings and.
Okay, 11 seconds. Still seems short because
No,
you're
it
saying
doesn't.
seconds. To me, 11 seconds is short. Anything under an hour is short. All right, do we continue here?
Yeah.
stuff.
Really?
So you can like grind your little.
Listen, I have to
fucking
go
weed
through
off
the
and
airport
shit.
in Utah next week.
Ooh. I have to go through the airport in Utah next week. And believe me, that clench is more powerful than you know. And this is a liberal. This is a man who sits with the Clintons every day, talks about how cool they are. I don't know if he does that, but this is a lib. I mean, this is everything a lib would hate, I would say. So after they see so this was what it means. Nobody's watching this show. And everybody who did watch this show just thinks this is totally fine and didn't report on this to anybody. I mean, imagine if this got into the wrong hands. Imagine if this got into one of the liberal feeds. They'd go nuts.
So
Really?
you can like grind your little.
Listen, I have to
fucking
go
weed
through
off
the
and
airport
shit.
in Utah next week. Would you be a lamb and come with me?
You're taking her on petty trips to do weird drops across the middle of the country? That's very strange. Let's see what happens next.
I don't think it's a good place for me to be.
Oh, he's leading in front. I think he tried to lift his entire chair, and he's sitting in one of those giant. I mean, those chairs aren't made to move. You set them and forget them. Those chairs are brought in by the movers, and they don't move after the furniture department dropped them off from freight. He is so excited. He just attempted to lift his giant chair, which could weigh 500 pounds. It could be a permanent install. He tried to move that closer to her and then realized, oh, yeah, that thing's bolted to the ground. Watch this.
And where are the Frankenstein boots?
Oh, no. It's
Here
a
he
full
goes.
body exam. Full body exam. he realized that you could touch the hands, right? Touch the rings. Now he's examining downstairs. I'm not kidding. Let's watch.
To the airport in Utah next week. Would you be a lamb and come with me?
I don't think
Watch
it's
this.
And where are the Frankenstein boots?
Oh, duh. Why the Frankenstein boots, he says, as he grabs her below the knee area through a boot. This should be the thumbnail for Club Random. Look at her. Whatever. And then she does heroin when she goes home to get over this, and all the swirls of her dead dad being annihilated from the fires come back. I assume anyone whose dad died in a fire at 9/11. So he's grabbing her boots now. And remember, we are only 32 minutes in. And we've done 2 ads, so she's only been there for about 18 minutes, tops. Tops. And he's grabbing her boot, drunk. Let's see what happens next.
I got to tell you, I love these fucking boots.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you so
God.
much.
I love those. Oh, look, and it's, of course, it's.
Back to touch. And oh, look. This is not Belle Delphine. This is not yours, Ethan. This is how Ethan Klein treats Belle Delphine, by the way. So if you think you're going to show this, you've done worse, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much.
I love those. Oh, look, and it's, of course, it's got the name right there.
Oh, I'm sure she loves the camera being stuck right, at crotch level. Did she know there was going to be a crotch cam for this? You know?
Boy, designers, what a fucking scam they have. Like, the way they can, like, put their shit.
I mean, you're seeing it yourself, right? Boy, designers, what a fucking scam. I actually really like these boots. They were probably designed by a friend. He just knows all the wrong things to say. All right, let's see where he goes next.
Name right on the shit, you know?
What's the scam about putting their
Well,
name on
I
their
mean,
shit?
like other products don't. This chair doesn't say, chair by Bob. You know, it was. It's your very few
but
people
there's
get
a
to.
label. When you look at the label, it'll say.
But it's not like prominently displayed
She's fighting back, folks. She's fighting back, defending her boot.
like that. I mean, they put it on clothes.
What a boot fucker.
You know, I think Tommy Hilfiger was like the first one to do that. Or
Oh, really?
I could be wrong about that. I could be completely making
just
that.
fucking bullshitting, just coming right out your mouth, like shit.
Sometimes a thought enters your head, and you're like, I will call myself on that and say, I think I'm
You're just saying whatever it takes at this point. Okay, what's
Keep
our next?
playing it this
Keep
way.
playing this? Okay,
Yeah.
check this out.
pulling this out of my ass.
Good for
But
you. I'm glad you're not
but
just
it
speaking facts, but it's just
right. No.
shit.
It also could be true, but yes, I would not bet more than like $100 on that. In fact, I would bet no dollars.
Should we bet $100?
No,
Let's do it.
not on Tommy Hilfiger. But I seem to remember. No, you know what? I'm wrong. Jordache. Do you remember what Jordache jeans
okay.
were? No, you're too young. Like in 1980.
Too young.
Like Brooke Shields, I think.
Oh, this is bad. He starts bringing up Brooke Shields, who also had a little rocky time as a kid. Listen to this sensitivity coming up.
The ad. Yes, it was like they were the biggest jeans, Jordache, and Brooke Shields was like, nothing comes between me and my Jordache. I mean, it gave everybody a giant boner in America.
Ooh, okay, so Brooke Shields was a child star, and it gave everyone a giant boner, he says. She was a child actress, Jules.
Shields, who was this, basically, she was probably, she was a child star. So she could have been like...
Yeah.
And so was Bella Thorne, okay?
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah, she was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And then that sort of controversial
Fucking weird
looking...
as fuck.
Yes,
That
controversial.
People super sexualized her. As
Yeah.
People super sexual. Look at this. Yes, they super sexualized her, and I hated that. Yes, but don't you understand? Look at
Sort
this.
of controversial
weird
looking...
as fuck.
Yes,
That
controversial.
People super sexualized her as
Yes.
a child.
You know about this.
Child. Oh yeah, I've seen also
Right.
Blue Lagoon, and like I've seen a lot of her younger movies, as well as some coverage behind it growing up, and I can only imagine that 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 there were some hard moments in her life. Also having to act so young.
Yes. Well, I mean,
and become famous so young. I mean,
she seems
at interesting times.
She seems a pretty happy person, and you know,
I'm sure she is.
she went on to do a sitcom, and you know, anyone who can do a sitcom, you know, can't be too depressed.
Wow, look at that. He just puts it all up. Oh, you were molested? Oh, yeah? Well, you can't be too depressed. You're doing a sitcom. Watch this. It does get better.
Are you sure? I feel like there's so many comedians on the darker side of things.
I know.
I usually meet...
Get over here! The first arm grab of the night.
Ooh.
You know what? A lot of people... I know! Shh. Enough! So, this is where things start getting heavy, right?
Yep.
Let's watch.
Can do a sitcom, you know, can't be too depressed.
Are you sure? I feel like there's so many
kidding.
comedians on the darker side of things.
I know.
I usually meet a lot of...
Baby.
Oh,
Double grab.
look at this. If you're going skydiving, I wouldn't recommend you hold on to someone this hard. I mean, really, have you ever seen...
He's coming from the grave.
This is like, yeah, this is a come from the grave, dude a zombie.
That's like
And look at her. Please. Look at that grip, dude. It's pushing. It's almost met. It's almost gonna, his fingers are about to meet. That is a grip. I mean, it's creating red around there.
There's gonna be a white mark when he releases.
This is a grip.
He's burning.
And remember, the content is that she's complaining that women like her are overly sexualized by men in Hollywood. Oh, nonsense.
How is this not on, like, the front page?
If he could use his 2 feet, they'd be up in the air, gripping onto something. I mean, how is this not on every newspaper in the country?
I know.
I usually meet a lot of...
And you could see his arm. You could see his arm muscle. Watch. Look at his arm when he grabs.
I know.
I usually meet a lot of...
Ooh, it makes a tight muscle, showing you how hard he's compressed. You know? I haven't even seen my arm do that when I'm using my guitar exerciser. Doesn't even get that. And I'm pushing, you know. It's got to be at least 1 pound worth.
I'm gonna lift you up. I know.
Let me lift you up.
Why?
Believe me, if anyone would know about comedians,
You're still holding her.
Dark side. I've been working with them for 40 years. I spent my whole life with them.
Okay, so
and
you were...
there are all kinds of comedians, by the way. You should know this.
Yeah.
Like, they are as varied. Some of them are brilliant.
He can't wait to get another one of those grabs and one of those squeezes. Should we keep playing here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of them
Okay.
are really not, but most of them are pretty smart. Some of them are scummy. A lot of them are great. They're just like a cross-section of life. They're just funny. There's just a million different ways to be funny, you know. But, yes, like...
You can probably skip ahead to 40-30.
40-30. Wow, and we're only halfway through his episode. Unbelievable. 40-30. What's going to happen here?
You'll see.
All right.
She was pregnant with
me. It's a big
she
one.
was about to pop. And they were like, oh, when's the baby due? And she was like, oh, October. And they were like, oh, that's great. That's right around, you know, when we're going to be shooting, like, our spring and summer shit. Like, we would love to book it. And she was like, you don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. And they're like, it doesn't really matter, you know, different color hat, blue, pink. It's like, you can't really tell at that age. And you're like...
So she's talking about when she was like 6 months old, she was forced into modeling by her parents, right? Jules?
Yes.
Yeah, so like at 6 months old, she was forced into modeling. So again, telling Bill, hey, I'm living a life of tragedy here.
Oh, wow. My mom's like, she had her first
Not
job
only can't you tell
before
anymore,
she was even born.
It doesn't even matter because everybody's switching their sexes.
Okay, here he goes. This is just, she is like the biggest advocate for gay and trans rights, right? This is like Mrs. LGBTI. Watch this.
It doesn't even matter because everybody's switching their sexes constantly. No, I'm not kidding about it. I mean, I am kidding about it.
Ooh, so this is the last place she wants to travel to now. Everybody's just constantly switching who they are, trivially. She don't want to hear that.
But people do switch sexes a lot more than they used to. You know, there's a lot of trans, you know, I always see that in the paper about somebody who has switched their sex, which I'm all, if that's what makes you, that's that what blows your dress
Bad
up?
bitches all the way.
Blows your dress up?
Ooh, she's like, you know what? I just gotta fucking roll with this now. Bad bitches. This guy's a fucking boomer. Just fucking get it done, right? You know?
Yes.
Is that what blows your dress up?
Bad bitches all the way. Yes. Bad bitches.
Fat bitches. Why
Bad bitches.
Oh, bad bitches.
Bad bitches. Be who you are. Yes. Claps.
Right.
Claps.
This is what it looks like when Bill Maher's on a date with those young girls. I mean, this is exactly what his dates go like, right? He dresses cool, shows up, tells them why they're wrong about everything, and then forces their head down Joe Pesci style, like in the car. Yeah, so why don't you shut up now? Yes, yeah. New rule. Shut up. This is what's happening. Should we keep playing here?
Yeah.
Great.
Makes me happy.
I mean, I think there's some money to be made in some sort of exchange with everyone switching where, like, you know, if you need a penis, take a penis. If you have a penis, give a penis. You know, like if people are becoming like men to women, they're going to cut off their penis. And then there are women transitioning who are going to need a penis. I feel like if there was some...
Yeah, she's not really vibing with this hilarious bit that her people would crucify her for if they knew she was anywhere near. So... and really, it's like you'd think he'd put two and two together by now. You know, that's kind of the point we're making.
Exchange. Maybe Bitcoin.
She's in hell.
You could, you know, no?
I just don't like joking about.
Oh, Bella.
I know that you
Bella.
like to, but I
This
don't
is where
think
the
it's
anxiety.
funny.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no. See, this is why you're in a fucking therapy, you fucking idiot. This is where your anxiety... That's what he really said. Oh, Bella. Oh, no, not... And you didn't know? You couldn't tell? You couldn't tell that she was going to be like that?
Too, but I
this
don't
is where
think
the
it's
anxiety.
funny.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's
What a
funny.
shame. That is where you're.
sorry.
That is. You don't have to be sorry, but I'm not sorry
think it's
either.
funny.
And that is where your anxiety comes from. There is nothing wrong with joking. Nothing wrong about that. It's not everybody is that sensitive. Not everybody needs to be that sensitive. Even the people who are doing that, I don't think would need to be offended by that. Everybody
She's
is so
slumping
easy.
down.
She's in complete hell right now, you know. She can't believe somebody's actually saying this to her.
Easily offended. You kids, you wake up offended. You should get off Twitter.
Now he's ready. Now, you kids, you wake up offended. You kids, I should have known.
Easily offended. You kids, you wake up offended. You should get off Twitter, get off social media, and maybe you wouldn't like have this anxiety. This like because I don't know if you're really offended or you're just worried that you're going to look offended.
No, I'm 100% offended. Like,
Wow, there it is, isn't that? No. Do you know who you're talking to? I'm 100% offended, she says. Couldn't be any clearer.
Going to look offended.
No, I'm 100% offended. Like when I think about, you know, someone's trauma and the videos that I have seen that are so like
She starts
so
crying.
Oh my God, she's crying now. Bum 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 bum. That's La Bamba. What's Crybaby? She's gonna start crying now. Will this finally let Bill know that maybe the sex talk and all the your crap talk needs to end? Let's find out.
I have seen that are so fucking bad. And
But you can,
what people have to worry about.
Okay, so he's making her fully cry now on his show. Will he finally?
He hasn't even noticed that she's crying.
No.
By the way.
Will he finally snap out of it and do the right thing like any human being would do and go, yikes. At least get the hell out of here already.
Walking on the street, just being themselves, like, that's fucking anxiety. That's why I don't like to, like, joke about it, because
look at him. He could care less.
It, and on a public platform is so bad because you're like kind of low key spreading like this, like, oh, ha 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 ha, and it's like it's not funny when you're like.
She's never. When she starts crying, usually everybody folds, right? Her therapist, her dad, her friends. Oh, Bella, 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 Bella.
Not her dad.
Sure. Is he folded or is he burned? He's burned. Yeah, he doesn't. So, but not Bill. Bill goes, ugh. What?
Like this, like, oh, ha 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 ha, and it's like it's not funny.
This again. That's unbelievable.
When your like face is being beaten in the floor, and like,
you know what? You can connect. You can connect any bad thing with any other.
When your face is being beaten in the floor, and you just can't. Oh, please! You know what, you people? You all need. You know what? You all need a chill pill.
Whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
The floor, and like,
you know what? You can connect. You can connect any bad thing with any other bad thing.
Of course, there are a lot of bad things.
You know what?
This is one
Mel Brooks did a movie called The Producers, and he had a song in it called "Springtime for Hitler." If I really tried, I could probably connect Hitler with something sad. But we don't, because that's not how we live. That's not how we can live, because everything can be connected.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Everything can.
I can see Josh Denny's tweet right now. The fact that Bill Maher even has to deal with this right now is the real problem. Where do we go from here? Do we keep playing?
Let me see.
Where do we go from here?
I'm just trying to decide if these ones are worth it or not, because I didn't go over them this morning.
Isn't this crazy that he brings up Mel Brooks? If that's his conversation ender, Mel Brooks, I'm sure she could relate to that one.
You could go to
Mel
5208.
5208. Uh-oh, getting late. 5208. My old age.
I can't remember what happens here, but I wrote it down.
Okay, let's see what happens.
You know, musicians get away with singing those songs like Willie Nelson and Julio Iglesias. Do you remember this song? You're probably too young, but to all the girls I've loved before.
Yes.
You do know that song?
Yes, I do.
Who came in and out my door. And it's like they're getting away with something only musicians could get away with. You know, which is basically saying, you know, look, you came in and out my door. But
the player culture is very
trigger warning.
Interesting. It's definitely for men is like so celebrated. Like
the player culture.
The player
You're right.
culture, like is very
yes, player. Let me write that down. Player. You're talking about like a VCR player. No, player culture. Yes, like when you were playing your tapes through the sound speaker.
Movies and TV. The
totally
difference
right.
with movies, where you don't get that side with music unless you really get to know the artist, is that when you have the player culture in movies, it's like, oh, the bad boy, the jock, oh, he's bad, he's sleeping with girls, oh, but we still like him and we want him to win, and maybe he'll change. He might change, girls. Hold on. So and every girl's like, okay,
right.
Maybe
So isn't this partly the fault of
like,
women?
Really, you know,
he walked two fingers up her arm.
You know what? Bill Maher is making me so thirsty. Should we have one final drink with Bill here before he decides to throw his life away? Bill, let's have one with Bill. He's been through some tough shit with this Bella Thorne, right?
He has.
Have one with me.
He doesn't give up, does he?
And this one is for you, Bill. Hold on, I do need the chaser for this, unfortunately. Let's get on Bill's level for these last couple of notes. I can't wait to see what the reaction to this is. Will people ever be able to... when he put this out, I go, how are people going to look at Bill the same? I mean, this is pretty extreme. This is a pretty inside look.
Like, I guess...
This guy's on HBO. I mean, we've never seen an inside look into this guy's life like this.
I mean, you always imagine him as the type of guy who's, like, hanging out and being skeezy with younger girls. Yeah. But you always kind of imagined him as, like, a cool... Am I the only one? Like,
I didn't realize he was going to be like this. I thought he was more with it, more together than this. I didn't know how bad it got when he got those new transitions lenses. All right.
Nor did I.
Cheers, everybody, to an all new week. Thank you so much. My neck cracked. Did you hear that?
Did it feel good?
spicy, and then all the booze hit my tongue, you know, instead of the back of my throat. All right, our last couple Bill notes. Now I feel groovy. Now I'm ready to get grabbed, physically hurt. Let's see what he does.
Of women who like the bad boy and enable him, and you just were imitating a woman.
I don't know how the culture of like the idea of this is we like love a bad boy. Like, I don't know if it happened in society, in movies, if it just happened everywhere, and then that just became a thing.
Oh, great. Bill put on his bad boy outfit. Now you're going to say that's only in movies? He's humiliated. What's worse than being gaslit? Being embarrassed. And you will pay for my embarrassment. So he's wearing the bad boy outfit, the rocker outfit that we've never seen him wear. I mean, this must have been a big ordeal for him to put this outfit together. Now she's saying she don't like bad boys.
Happened in society, in movies, if it just happened everywhere, and then that just became a thing.
Well, it happened with women.
I don't know, but I feel
That's
like
what we
every
do
girl
now.
that dates a bad boy is like, why am I dating this bad boy?
But they do
I
it.
knew he was a bad boy, and now it's just like, oh, but maybe he's just bad boy on the exterior, and he might be a
Right.
cushy little teddy bear.
Right.
And then you're like, no, okay.
Right.
He's just a bad boy. But when I met Ben, my fiance, he definitely had bad boy exterior written all over him. And, you know, he's not a bad boy. He's actually a really great boy. I was like, oh, this is kind of
Boring.
I guess these are the times that girls are like, oh, maybe he will actually be better than what, you know, he's kind of just showing me right now, or what I can get from this. And yeah, with Ben, it actually kind of
But isn't it kind of like they want?
keep playing?
They just want this.
You could probably
guy.
skip to the end. I can't remember what this one was about.
Right, so what's our next code here?
This is their goodbye. You can
Okay.
go to 112 to see how
Ooh,
this all wraps up.
112, peaches and cream. You need it because you know that I'm a fiend. 112, okay, here we go. And this is our last code.
Sure
Is it?
is.
This is Bill saying goodbye. Let's see what happens.
Have
The
to find
answer
it.
is, yeah,
Exactly.
like, what
well, in my
is that
case,
in your case?
hire a researcher. But most people can't do that. But
Right.
I feel like that is a great use of my money at my age. Hire someone who
yeah.
just researches health.
Fuck yeah, I want to do
Pennies
that
on the
shit.
dollar for keeping my ass alive.
What? 100%. I'm into that. Fuck yeah,
You
that's
don't
a
need
great
it. You're
idea. I
young.
didn't even think of that.
You're
no.
fine. You should.
Oh my God.
You should.
Start,
you have got
start
to
young.
Stop.
Do it.
Stop
Get it in your
worrying
bones
about
now.
everything. You have a wonderful, charmed life. Your career is on the uphill.
He's
You're getting
grabbing
married.
the couch.
Grabbing, yeah.
These are the good old days, darling.
grab.
All right. I hope you're not mad at me that we.
Oh, he's reaching. I hope you're not mad at me. Now come give me a big hug and kiss. Let's see what happens. And she couldn't, you know, her body language couldn't say no any more than
Look at her
this.
shirt, what her shirt says.
Nope. Oh my God. Her shirt says nope. No longer. Not anymore, men. But his reach says nope, I'm not stopping. Let's see what happens.
had a tiff, but you know that's what makes it honest, right?
Oh my God. He's literally going like this. And it was great seeing you. And if I do it slow enough, I'll eventually be there without lunging. Yes? Oh my God, I wonder how long my arms can go. What if they kept going? So, he's fantastic fornicating her all over the place. Let's see if he finally gets to those sweet knackas.
Honest.
Is that okay?
Evolution, growth.
Yeah,
We're
all
always
right.
learning
I
every
feel like I
day.
know you a little bit, and I'm glad I got
Are you
you.
shaking?
no.
Can
Oh,
I?
no.
Hands, yeah.
Do you feel the same way? You glad you got to know me a little bit?
Yes, yes. I definitely feel this.
Oh, what is he doing?
My stomach just
Do you
dropped.
feel like you got to know me a little bit better? Do you feel?
And she's like, yes, I
do you
did.
feel it though? Do you really feel it? Bella. We have to see this again. In real time.
Evolution, growth.
Yeah.
We're
all
always
right.
learning every day.
I feel like I know you a little bit, and I'm glad I
Are
got
we
you.
shaking? Are we
Can
shaking
I?
hands?
Are we
Yeah.
shaking? Are we shaking? What are you doing with
That
these?
means no hug.
Yes.
Do you feel the same way? You glad you got to know me a little bit?
Yes, yes. I
Really?
definitely feel the same way.
Okay. You know, you only fight with your friends.
Club random. How about that? Club random.
Thank you. I
Thank you
thought
for
so.
having me.
Thank you for
And I want to
doing
come back
Holy
to the
hell.
club.
I want.
I'm here
We're gonna
for
come.
it.
When
Like,
we're gonna have a
where's the
party here with all
party?
the other guests we've had. It's gonna be awesome.
You wish.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, holy fuck, huh? Was that not something? Give it up for Bill Maher. Bye-bye, Bill. We hope we didn't get you into trouble. All right, that's it for us today. I'm violently sick, but you know what? I'm so happy we pulled through. How long did we get to go today?